The Toronto Raptors were taking on the Washington Wizards on Sunday night. Now, before I get into this video, the Washington Wizards did not have John Wall. They did not have John Wall in this game. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, the Raptors still lost. No, we actually won this game. Not convincingly, but we won this game. Now, we did play some very good basketball in this game. We shot 44% from the field, but here's where we started to go a little bit wrong. We only shot 25% from three compared to Washington's 57% shooting percentage from three-point range. Now, free throws, we kind of killed them in free throws. We had the same assists. We had more rebounds, more offensive rebounds, more defensive rebounds, more steals, and more blocks. Now, that's the difference right there. We killed them on the defensive end. We were able to make it hard for them to score the basketball, as them only scoring 91 points in this game. That's making it so that our defensive abilities, as in what Dwayne Casey represents, defense, he was able to really put that in today, as we were able to get I'd say the defensive win, really. Like, we played such a defensive game. We didn't score a whole lot of points, but we were still able to win this basketball game. Again, Washington had way more turnovers, and we got points off of turnovers and all that. Like, that was really how we came through and won the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were able to we were able to play well defensively, force turnovers, and be able to transition it into offense. Now, the Wizards, again, didn't have John Wall, so Bradley Beal did the majority of the scoring. He had 27 points for them. Tim Frazier, their starter, only had 6 points, but he had 8 rebounds and 8 assists, so kind of an all-around game for him. Gortat had a double-double. Otto Porter had 15 points and 6 rebounds, and Markieff Morris only had 3 points and 4 rebounds, so he kind of struggled for Washington on that front. He didn't really do much in that game. Kind of like a Lonzo Ball type game. Like, not a lot of points, but then like everything else all around. That's kind of like what Frazier did, I guess, for Washington tonight. He had a Lonzo game where he didn't score that much, but he did everything else on the defensive and offensive end. Mike Scott only got 9 points and a rebound in 17 minutes. Kelly Oubre Jr., 10 points, 2 rebounds in 16 minutes. Jody Meeks with 5 points, Ian Mahinmi none, and Thomas Satoransky with 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, and no one else on the team played in that game. Now for the Raptors, again, a fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan with 33 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in 35 minutes. That's a great game from him. And he actually ended up winning. He ended up in the NBA Player of the Week for the Eastern Conference because he was averaging like 30 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists throughout like the whole week. Like, that's what he was doing. He was putting up crazy and insane numbers. Lowry was quiet in this game. He did have an all-around game with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in 33 minutes. Ibaka had 9 points and 8 rebounds. Again, like, he wasn't really scoring the ball that much, but on the defensive end, he did get a block. So did DeRozan. He also had 2 steals, and Lowry had 2 steals as well. So you kind of look at that defensive presence. OG Anunoby. I'm going to call him OG Anunoby. If that's not his name, I will get it right by the end of the season, guys. I swear to God. OG Anunoby, 5 points, 2 rebounds. He also had a steal. And, yeah, like, he only played 19 minutes. Really, Jonas only played 16 minutes. And he's starting, again, Jonas is starting to get minutes reduced. Because I think they should put him on the bench. I honestly think they should put Jonas on the bench. But he did have 4 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and, again, 2 blocks. Like, defensive end. Siakam played 31 minutes. But he only had 4 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. But, again, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Notice all the numbers that I'm saying here is from the defensive end of the floor. The Raptors played, again, I can't stress this enough, a great defensive game. That's why they won this game, was because they played fantastic defense against a good Washington Wizards team without their star. And I think Washington really suffered because they didn't have their star leading the offense for them. Instead, they had kind of like a 2-string point guard trying to lead the offense while Bradley Beal tried to shoot their way out of it. But again, that's not going to win you games. You got to have your star player in order to win games. That's just how it goes. And Frank Van Fleet, again, the bench for Toronto scored a lot today with Miles and Van Fleet combining for 22 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Lucas Nogueira had 8 and Jakob Poeltl had 5, and no one else in this game played. Norman Powell and DeLon Wright were injured for this game, so really you start to look at the injuries piling up there, like Norman Powell injured, DeLon Wright injured for the Raptors there, and hopefully that doesn't come into effect when we play the Knicks on Wednesday. Now, obviously, if the Raptors do lose to the Knicks, like the Knicks are an up-and-coming team, like they've played pretty good this season, so we can't be sleeping on the New York Knicks because, yeah, we may have crushed them earlier last week, but just because we crushed them earlier last week doesn't mean that they won't come up and beat us by 30. Like they could come in and easily, beat us. Like that's straight up what they could do. So again, guys, that is all for me. Great win from the Raptors today. That puts their record to, I believe, 10-5 on the season. And they're number 2 in the East. So, you could see a lot of great stuff coming from Raptors. If they could stay in the number 2 seed for the whole season, that's a win, in my opinion, for the season. But again, guys, that's all for me today, and I am out. Bye-bye.